cars. Pushing culture, baby, got that body. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Nelly on silent with the panic in the pillar loud. That's how you make the money.
Expensive as phone. 1968 C10, baby. We about to pull the engine and transmission out because 3-speed, no way. Bare bones 350, nah. 383's going there. Yeah. Somebody show me a nicer truck. 68, man. Still looking like she did. Today, we learned why you never buy and never start. Stay away from Walmart batteries, people. Welcome to life. For all those naysayers out there saying this ain't a rebuild motor and hasn't been apart for years, yeah, right. This ain't been apart for years. You're right, it hasn't. It's been sitting in the junkyard since it was rebuilt for like 5. But, yeah, look. Today on Brown's Engines. Engines in the truck. Impossible to do without a backhoe. Backhoe carried the engine here, cherry picker did the rest of the work. Finally, the C30 will live again. Customer states, I had my engine rebuilt and now it's misfiring. I installed my intake myself. Find a vacuum leak. I should have known better than letting him put this on there. But let me just tell you what he did. Well, I think we found the misfire. What the heck, man? Okay, you see everything new every day. And as you can tell, I was trying to find a vacuum leak, and the distributor moved, and it backfired through the intake, and yeah. All because of that crack, man. Sheesh. Honda, go vroom vroom. Here's a little information for anybody. If you own a 1980s to early 2000s Toyotas, you gotta watch for stuff on your frame, and I'm gonna tell you why. So from the factory here, Toyota really loves to put the AC heat exchanger drip hose right onto your frame. It causes a hole here, water gets in here, and it rots out everything back here. So the story is, divert that hose and fix your frame before you snap. But you have low oil pressure and random misfire and cam solenoid codes. It is probably this seal here or this seal here. So remember that, gentlemen, women, whoever loves the 3.5 liter Nissan motor. If you strengthen the primary chain tensioner and you go ahead and address these with upgraded seals or make your own, or if you're a person like me, you can make it all bulletproof. If you can fix those, all the lines that are in here, and find a way to make sure it doesn't fail, you can put a good amount of power, about 450 horsepower, and I wouldn't say it wouldn't be a whole 100% reliable at 450 in a lot of cases, but I think this engine can handle easy 500 without risk of, a rebuild for more power in the future if you're really planning for it. The rebuild begins, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I want to record this angle. All right, I can keep pushing your way.
Hey, if we go back and come my way, we can slide it right on there.
Like it? Yep. All right. straight. Alright. Slow, slow, slow. Try use be a brake because it's gonna try and roll downhill now, right?
I'm just gonna bump it.
Watch that mirror.
Is that,
We're on the right here, I'm gonna push it towards you.
yeah.
Ready? Alright, a little update of where I was. All the pistons are out. We got the crank exposed. Get ready to clean this bad girl. Here's all our parts. That's all the parts that move inside your small block Ford 302, minus the crankshaft and the camshaft. But really very simple engines. Now it's time to get the crank out and clean this bad girl thoroughly and then put it back together. Thanks for watching.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother, like where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin. Reason I started all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone. Most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot. Will I make it out? No, probably not.
Well, guys, here we go. The fun begins. 3.5 liter Nissan timing chain. I'm gonna try my best to do a how-to on this 06 Ultima, even though there's billions of videos out there. But day in the life of me and taking on some of the worst jobs I could take on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll keep making videos of this. So have fun. So guys, I feel bad for anybody that has to do a Nissan Ultima timing chain with a V6 because you gotta take the whole cowl off. You gotta take your wipers off. You gotta take the hood off. There's all miscellaneous parts that have to come out to do this timing chain. The intake's got to come off. The valve cover's got to come off. All the shit down here got to come off. The motor mount's got to come off. The airbox got to come out. Like, I feel bad for anybody that really has to do this. I'm putting a lot of my bolts back in place, so this doesn't look like a lot of bolts came out of here, but so far, probably taken out about 40 bolts, 50 bolts. We're still nowhere near this part. Yep. The life of fixing the hard stuff. I like a challenge. Yay! I can touch the rear valve cover. Yay! 4 hours to get to this part. Yay! Hey, Austin, here's something I want to just point out. I just noticed. You see how your battery's bubbled out? Look at that. It's a swollen battery. Look on this side. You see how it's like bulging? This battery is getting hot and it's swelling. So I can warn you, if your car fails to start one day or something, you're going to need a new battery soon. So we're not doing it now, but just mental note for you, bro. New battery. All right, so here's the infamous timing chain failure. That piston should be there, but it's there. The guide has broken. Why am I not surprised? There you guys have it. Reason why we're taking this thing apart. Well, I got it out, so yeah.
Give me your fucking money!
I thought you Austin. You owe me money. You owe me money. There's no water pump. There's no chain tensioner. There's no chain. There's no tensioner and guide. Glued together forever. Good news is, we are in time. Our chain is sitting where it should. And the engine will run. I have fixed the problem. You're welcome, bro. Oh, Bow, Austin, old pal. She's all sealed up. I'm just dealing with everything right here. This will be easy to put the top of the motor together, and that's just all the parts I got to put on at this point. The hard part is done. Engine is now back together, brother. I'll try and get it done today. Hopefully I got like 3 or 4 more hours in this. I'm going to keep fucking with it until I can, bro. And I'm tired, so got you. And for all you people on YouTube that are checking out my shorts, I do this kind of stupid crap every day. I'm probably one of the few retarded humans to do this engine in this car, but, you know. Coming together. Pulleys are getting on. Top end of the motor is finally sealed up and ready to roll. Technically, it'll run if I hook up that jumble of wires to that module up there. But for the most part, I got like 20 to 15 bolts, some hoses, prime, cooling system, put oil in it, put a filter on it down there, crank pulley, you know, a few other parts, but generally speaking, we are almost done with this. If you have a VQ35 DE engine in your cars, I promise you right now, I hate these engines. They're not even that bad of an engine. It is that it's pretty obvious that it's purposely sabotaged to not be reliable and make it impossible to even fix it. It's alive! Haha, there you go, Austin. Austin, it's all about ready to go for a hood and come to you. This is how you know it's Brown certified, guys. All right, ladies and gents, the engine is ready. Yes, our Ford 302 fully rebuilt, fully sealed up, ready to go. Should be fired up in 2 days. Stay tuned. Vroom, vroom. The energy.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business.
All right, YouTube. So this is a lifter out of a Ford 460. That's a brand new lifter. It's never been used. It will never be used. It's got a little surface rust. But you notice how this one, it has a really sharp fucking serrated edge here. Nice round cuppiness. Terrible. Then I find this. Well, that is really bad. And damn belt. All right, Larry, I'm making this for you. This wire hanging out, don't worry about it. This blue wire right here, this is for fuel valve. To start this thing yourself, you take this wire, jam it in your hot. You take my orange jumper wire, you touch the hot.
Just bring the van up tomorrow to get the rest of that stuff.
Yeah, we got the head, the crank, we got both heads, the crank, and the cam that still pick up. But it's all here. Big Blue is being saved by Big Red. Customer states, I put engine oil in my car and the engine's still locked up. I think you put it in the wrong hole. Some call the women and some will steal the Bible. For the sake of my survival. Baptize me in a bottle of bean, put Johnny on the vinyl. Well, here's a Chevy 5.7 350 with the timing chain sprocket failure that was still nylon. Looks like we have some serious issues with cylinders 1 and 2 exhaust rocker arms. Either I determined already it's 2 bent exhaust push rods, and it isn't valve damage, so we're going to end up cleaning this thing up, slapping a new timing chain sprocket in there. Chain's still good, and we're going to put new push rods throughout the whole engine and start it up and see what happens. Stay tuned. Alright guys, this story here is of a 90s Mustang. Customer called me and said that he put an Eddie Bauer intake off of an Explorer on his car, and then the car ran and stalled out. He thought it was a starter, replaced the factory starter with a high torque starter, and I show up, okay? And this clean ass Mustang, man, oh, I was so sad when I saw this. So the guy routed the throttle body spacer coolant line to a vacuum hose. He hydrolocked the freaking 302 and bent rod number 4. Look at this. The rod was bent and twisted. It was smacking off the counterweight, and the rod was smacking off the cylinder wall. Piston skirt counterweight. It was, yeah. I was not attached to anything, but you know, that, oh no, that's really bad. That is 10 times worse than what it was, but this cross member here is your steering. The box hasn't broke, but if you look here, that's my steering box head. Right there, shit. This is so much worse than it was last week. We've been driving this thing. Oh no. It really fucking came apart. That wasn't like that. We tried to hold it there, but it did nothing apparently. And nothing ever happened here. We tried to weld something just to keep it on the road temporarily, but nope. All right, guys, well, this video is for anybody who has decided to do timing chains on their 2.5 liter Nissan engines between 2002 and I believe 08. If you put it back together and you notice you lost oil pressure, it's because you're missing that O-ring. This right here is a hard piece of plastic, okay? And your oil pump on this engine is right here. This is your oil pump, okay? Oil comes here, comes up, pressurizes, come out this hole. This seal needs to be right there. And you have another one too, right here. Remember, you'll lose oil pressure if that's not there, because oil will just spray right into the case, not go anywhere else in the engine. And that's your oil pressure sender unit, aka pressure gauge. So, fun facts. Don't lose us. Alright guys, we're gonna cease today. Maybe if I can set the damn camera down somewhere safe. Alright. You know you have a bad engine when there's no rocker arms in. This is the noise you hear. Well, that's a good sign. For that cylinder. I'm waiting for the gurgling. There it is. Yeah. That's a bad valve. Anybody who owns a late 60s, early 70s 350 or Chevy or basically any Chevy small block and Fords, you need to watch out for this. It's all original, first person to open this engine up because, look, so get James' original stamp plastic timing gear. Wiped out the fucking valves. So, there you go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest thing I've ever discovered. So, the customer called me, said his engine didn't run. Well, I found out what caused this issue. Somebody replaced the AC compressor over here, and it's not right. It sits too far forward. So what ended up happening was half the serpentine belt got caught behind the crank pulley. And as you can see, the carnage here. So what happened was the serpentine belt cut into the timing cover and then blew the timing belt apart. So, customer states, I had my engine rebuilt and now it's misfiring. I installed my intake myself. Find a vacuum leak. I should have known better than letting him put this on there. But let me just tell you what he did. Well, I think we found misfire. What the heck, man? Okay, you see everything here every day. And as you can tell, I was trying to find a vacuum leak, and the distributor moved, and it backfired through the intake. And, yeah. All because of that crap.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weirdest thing I've ever discovered. So, my customer called me, said his engine didn't run. Well, I found out what caused this issue. Somebody replaced the AC compressor over here, and it's not right. It sits too far forward. So what ended up happening was half the serpentine belt got caught behind the crank pulley, and as you can see, the carnage here. So what happened was the serpentine belt cut into the timing cover and then blew the timing belt apart. So more videos of the rebuild done here soon. Should be done today. Alright guys, 2008 Ford E350. Here's a common problem with these things, guys. Watch yourself. This radius arm has broke. As you guys can see, it's broke all the way through. The whole bottom half is not holding on. And as you can see, we're hanging on by a hair right up here at the top. So today we're going to be replacing this fucking radius arm. Ford life, all us techs know, if it wasn't for Ford, we wouldn't have a job. Job security. Final update. Rear end's on the ground. It's completely out of the car. There it is. The infamous torque tube. And then here's why we're replacing this. You can see very slightly this is twisted and it wobbles. See our cone here? It's walking around. It's not a perfect plane. So this is no good. Bearings are making noise too. Replace. Well guys, welcome to more of this crazy life I live. Yeah. Well, that's your brakes. Well, guys, we got a brand new engine, it turns out here. It looks all dirty, but this is a IROC Z28 Camaro engine from 1992. I pulled the oil pan off later on after this video and found brand new pistons, bearings, fully built roller cam setup. Alright guys, customer states I got a weird grinding noise from my brakes. Bro, there's no brake pad. That is caliper bracket on rotor. Many places set you up while you're working on a school bus, apparently. And then clearly we got this one. So small black 350. Oh yeah, get this too. Everything is bad on this. You can see daylight through the valve. You can see right there, there's light shining. All right, so here's the infamous timing chain.
Bro, are you retarded? You have a carbureted 302. The fuck is going on in your engine bay that is complicated? For what?
Failure. That piston should be there, but it's there. Ah, the guide has broken. Why am I not surprised? There you guys have it. Reason why we're taking this thing apart. This here, guys, is a 1989 International School Bus with the 7.3 liter IDI that everybody in the Ford community knows. This is the non-turbo version, pre-turbo being 89. This bad girl runs like a champ. Enjoy the music of the sound of this bad girl starting. Real men drive buses. Stick shift. Hey guys, we are almost done. Boys and girls, men and children, whatever, whoever, who cares. The 302 is done. Time to go into Mustang. Bam. Manny, so the other side isn't like this, but this side is. So I went in here and I tried to pry. This is your subframe. I'm touching it. I'm prying, right? Nothing moves. But if you come in here, Nate, can you press down on these lug nuts so I can see this move? See right here, Manny? That is broke off, and that is the bolt in place for this control arm. See how it's moving? Yeah, so we're actually detached from this part of your lower arm because your wheel is 100% separated from the frame. So I'm going to try and jack it up and see if we can't plate it back together, but this is going to fucking cause problems for you, buddy. There's nothing I could really do about it without a frame. Sorry, wish I could do better, but I'm going to try my best to help you here to get it drivable. But avoid major potholes and accelerating really hard on this. Well, my day today, 1979 International Bluebird Schoolie Bus, all right? Yes, we got the infamous 7.3 IDI by Navistar, pre-power stroke, no turbo. This thing's a beaut. Oh, what's that idling? 383 stroker, 1971 C30, baby. And there's a turbo Odyssey. You guys should subscribe to the channel. All right, back to doing a busted brake line. Yeah, it broke off right there on the frame. So, TV blasting this. Hopefully I can save the rubber hose. That looks carded. Look at that. Look at how crusty that is. Now guys, $500 engine, and look what I find. I think we got a rebuilt motor. Those are brand new pistons. No roller chain, roller cam in it already. $500 got a rebuilt engine. Who would have guessed? Out of a Camaro Z28. I don't know, but I just looked out my door. There's an engine riding shotgun. What?
All right, go, let's record.
Cam, tell us one. Please take my picture now. Shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place. Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now. Shake it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in your house of memories.
Bro, my C30, the dipstick tube and the exhaust manifolds and the starter for the Muncie 460 transmission, 4-speed, when you take the 90s blocks and you bolt them in there, the dipstick tends to like to touch the starter hot post and short itself, thus fusing itself to the starter. And you basically had set my dashboard on fire. Yep. Who would have guessed? Well, dipstick.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Nelly on silent with the product in the pillar loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut 'em out. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh pig, getting fitted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it, boy, for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, not what I want. Burn my body, pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we knowin' that the flow about to carry.
1973. I finally got it running good. Now we're gonna do a full restoration to this car. We're gonna take the fenders off, sand it down, paint her up. Doing some work back here. Got a voltage regulator problem. A few other things, but for a 50-year-old car, man, she runs really good. She's all here, and to save the test of time, you'll see why we're rebuilding it here shortly. Let me find it. Shitty paint job. Somebody repainted the car once. This is the original color though, so it's all here. Good resto. So here in a couple months, we should have this thing all back together, looking brand new.
What happened, bro?
He needs to take it to his mechanic.
Said it's a ground wire or something.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout, and fame, a disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing.
Bro, that truck in its current condition, I think is worth way more than 10 grand. Just because of the patina factor of it. Everybody knows you clear coat that thing and you keep it.
If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn.
Absolutely not. The man was gonna murder that truck. He was gonna murder it and torture it and bath it in dirty water. Bad man.
If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. Don't never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. Don't never stop competing, yeah. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside, when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises. Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone.
Okay, guys, today on Redneck Engine Performance, we moved all these cars around because here's the infamous flipped Honda Civic. Time to pull the engine and transmission out of this car and send it to the car crusher. Stay tuned. Today, this drive line will be right here. And here is the picture of this Honda on its roof. Yep. 25 mile an hour. Somehow ended on the roof. Well, today on Redneck Engine Performance, probably going to be a very delayed few day video that I uploaded. I'm sick and tired. I got like a million videos to edit. But there's the engine transmission combo out of the car. And there's a buddy's car.
I'll keep you my dirty little secret.
And there's a Beetle. But, yep, getting stuff done in here. Yep, all this going to the scrapyard. We cut the windshield out to just yank the engine and cut it out. This car is totaled, so no sense in caring. But Redneck Engine Performance, guys. All right, guys, today on Jury-Rigged Bullcrap, we have a 2008 Honda to replace a 2007 Honda that my buddy flipped not too long ago. So this thing, today, what we're doing is we're watching paint dry. So exciting. Yep, no jerk.
Form, I'm going to ask you one time, please keep personal shit like that out of our lives. Thank you. We'll talk about that behind the scenes.
Jury-rigged engines today. This is jury-rigged bodywork.
Proceed.
Yeah. So,
Who the fuck is this Larry guy? We are all one. I have split personality issues. You should probably get that checked out, buddy.
yep, looks good. Looks good. Had a little tiny rust hole into this corner of this rocker, and it's fixed up. So,
Eat your heart out, kiddos.
yeah, this is like the most exciting thing ever. You know, you can feel the excitement in my voice. You know, watching paint dry. Literally. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me waste your time. You have a good day. Stay humble. Screw body work. And today, guys, they wouldn't take the car without the cat. So the junkyard gets the cat. Oh, well. But to the crusher she goes. And then as soon as this is gone, this is coming in for a timing chain. Yeah. Fuck this car. Today on the Redneck Engine Performance, we have ourselves a Honda 1.5 liter that was from a car that flipped upside down. Just wanted to point some stuff out here. This is how you know 150,000 miles. People who own this engine have taken care of it. No sludge. It's clean. Clean engine. Yeah. I thought we were going to maybe rebuild this fucker because it's out of the car. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get down in here after I get the transmission off and get this over, set back up on my, once again, another engine stand. And check the oil pan and check the bearings. Everything looks copacetic. We'll do a fucking refresh. Here's another update of today. Fresh, maybe some new valve, or, you know, solenoids, yada, yada, yada. This thing, I don't know what we're going to do with it, really. I know it runs. It ran before I took it out the car, so I'm going to pull the oil pan and check the bearings, but somebody's kept up really well on their oil on this bad girl, so I'm quite happy to see this. But, all right, guys, stay tuned. So, guys, let's see what surprises await us in this oil pan. I have good hopes, but this is only one way to tell. Gotta come out. So, stay tuned. Let's see. See what happens under here. Well, guys, got some good news. That's a happy 150,000 mile rod bearing. You can see little materials worn, very little. That's nothing. But for shits and gigs, I'm gonna get a set of bearings and throw rod bearings in here because this engine was ran upside down. As like this. It was upside down because the car was upside down and it ran like this, so no oil was going to the crank. But for the 30 seconds we ran with no oil, sure as fuck didn't hurt none. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap some rod bearings in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a gasket, reseal, head gasket, everything top. New seals, I mean, she old. It's time to reseal her up. We had a bit of an oil leak right around here at the VTEC solenoid, it looked like. So, just gonna go through and reseal all these stupid schmillicone covers. But for the most part, this engine is in really good shape. Today, on Redneck Engine Performance. So, I was doing videos earlier today, breaking down this engine to see if I could find anything that would make me want to rebuild it. Well, let's see what I found here. So this is our oil control ring. It's pretty hard to tell. This thing is carbed up really bad. You can see it. You know, oil wasn't flowing right through this piston. Let's see what we found. Yeah, there's pretty good wear on this side. Not as bad on this side. So this is our thrust side. This is where most of the pressure is. If my phone will focus. Yeah. So, rebuild. Yay. For anybody who's about to go try and rebuild or put turbo to a 1.8 liter R18A1 engine, rods, man, just spend the money, get new rod bearings, main bearings, and get new rods, slap it back together with new pistons and rings, get a good hone. If your cylinder walls are good, slap that turbo on there, get about 250 reliable.
Listen, it's not that old people are bad drivers, or that young people are bad drivers, or that women are bad drivers, or that men are bad drivers. It's that the U.S. has a policy saying, hey, before you're 18, you need weeks worth of driver's ed training and hours worth of practice on the road to be a safe driver, knowing the rules of the road. But once you're 18, fuck all of that. Just go down to the DMV and just say, hey, I need to take a license test, and we'll test you on 10 things. And if you don't screw up those 10 things, you get a license. You get a license for
The reason I started it all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone, most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot, will I make it out? No, probably not. All I got left to do is sit here and drink. Another lonely night down at the bar, 'cause I'm getting into fights and I'm falling hard.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dough. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, 'cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight, and everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can fuck all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking niggas every way like MJ.
Alright guys, This is her done. Just got the engine back in time properly. I think we set her at about 14 advanced, which 12 to 14 I hear is best for these. This thing loves 14. I got about 80 hours into this project now. Hood's back on. Car's looking clean, man. She's ready for the road. This thing's been a nightmare. It started with a C's motor. The engine that I took out of here had a bent rod number 4, which is that connecting rod hanging out right there. And with our old block. But, yeah. That's what caused us to rebuild a whole nother engine. That was bad that we got 2. Had bad bearings. Back engine performance. We got ourselves a Honda R18. New pistons, new bearings. Actually, it was pretty nice job here. We didn't find nothing too wrong with this bad girl. Honestly, I don't even think we needed to do all this, but we did a quick hone job. As you can see, we got an S45 crosshatch in there now. A little bit of carbon scoring vertically. These old rings for the old pistons where the oil control ring was very, very plugged up. The head looked like it was a 150,000 mile head. And then I realized that we have this plug here. So if you guys have a 2006 to 2008, some cases the 09 R18 Z1s and A1s, your block would crack here. So they revised it and put this stupid thing here.
Sitting, Mr. Tay. I got power windows, bitch. What'd you tell him? Power windows, bitch. Yes, sir. Listen up. I got turbo, bitch. You hear the turbo?
Put it in first. Floor it.
Oh, yeah. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Tell him, don't even play with you, guys. Oh, yeah. Do it one more time. Oh, fuck.
That's okay. All right, man, you're good. Just back her back up where she was so we can keep going. Oh, gotta get used to that, man.
I got a good clutch.
Yeah, you do. It's brand new.
Yeah, I got a good clutch.
That's why I said dump it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes!
Shit. What's your name? I need you.
Chris Brown. Knocking a lot.
Hey, that's his name. I know, that's wild, though. Like, so you might have to do a couple moves, too, when you do it.
I was
Straight up, nigga.
You want your shit fixed?
Go to who?
You want your shit fixed right?
Okay.
Go to Chris motherfucking Breeze.
Okay. Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy at his finest.
Listen at this shit. This car been sitting for fucking over a year.
What you telling him?
Torn apart.
Okay.
The car wasn't even in one piece. It wasn't even a fucking car. It was
Wasn't
a
a
puzzle.
It was a puzzle. Now what's that?
I ain't even hit the gas. Neither.
You hear it?
Drink a lot of cola, too.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
My nigga Squeak, bro. Right now, man. He missed it, bro. He was just doing a couple little burnouts.
Smolder puzzle. What you don't know is that is actually a turbo engine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't hear it because it's all stock.
Yeah.
But once we're done with this thing, she's already got 250 ponies.
This already.
I see it stinging a little bit, though.
Oh, it's oil. That could be just wet.
Nah, that's oil burning off the motor and shit.
It's burning oil from my hand.
She ain't gonna do that no more. Cause I got the shit to fix that too.
Hey, let me move everything.
In all my life, being a mechanic, I've never seen anything like this before. Look at the presentation of these brake pads. Import direct. Looks like we're
Getting Lamborghini stuff. I feel fancy today. For a freaking Honda. All the mechanics' craziest nightmares. Here's a 2017 Versa. Door hinge is rocking. Yep. Here's a Honda Odyssey. Customer brought the car up and said that it just started making noise. Yeah. Okay. Now we have my infamous 10mm socket. We all know what happens to these things. To this day, I can't find it again. Customer called me and said his engine locked up. Come to find out he put engine oil in the transmission. Definitely put that one in the wrong hole, baby. Yep. Brand new rebuilt trans and engine destroyed. And here's my booty inside of a 1968 C10 pretending to be an LS. You guys have a good one. Like, subscribe.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing country, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Zelly on silent with the product, they can feel alive. That's how you make the money.
Welcome to the mechanic shop where we do stupid fucking things. We have a Porsche 924 doing a clutch. What a fucking joke. This car sucks fucking balls. Alright guys, so 40-year-old fucking axle nut does not come off at all. Okay?
Bro, that was me. That was me being the LS. I was the one in the freaking C10, bro. What are you talking about?
We gotta pull the transmission out, which is in the back of the car. Then you have a torque tube down the center of the car. And then you got the transmission bolted to the clutch and flywheel through a torque tube all the way up here. There's like a million fucking things you gotta do to get that stupid thing out, to even access the bell housing, which is also bolted on by itself, a little piece. Like, you know, it's bits and pieces, and guess what? You can't even take all that out until you remove the entire fucking exhaust. Yes! Let's go, Porsche!
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing country, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Zelly on silent with the product, they can feel alive. That's how you make the money.
Expensive as fuck.
Hey man, I'm gonna restart because it seems to be that YouTube has dropped the algorithm down. It's people aren't joining back in anymore. So if you got a little more time, I'm gonna do another, I don't know, 20-minute one, and then I'm gonna call it a night.